Have the rose-tinted glasses been ripped from your face yet? I'm just asking the boomers who just always seem to materialize in my comments like a troll popping out from under a bridge to berate me for even suggesting that the Black Ops ports could use some modern improvements.
We don't need an FOV slider. We don't need 120 hertz. We don't need This game is playing like it did back in the day. We don't need dedicated servers. Peer-to-peer is better. I like it when my bullets disappear into the void and don't kill anyone because I suck at COD anyway. I can't tell the difference.
Alongside my suggestions that these games would be better off with an FOV slider, better performance, dedicated servers was, hey, you know, these games had a hacking problem. We may want an anti-cheat.
Shut up, Phierce. No one can hack on your PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. We don't need those. We don't need an anti-cheat. We don't need a ricochet or anything like that. That doesn't work anyway. We don't need it. It's fine the way it is.
All right, Charlie Intel, what do you have for us today? A player in the Call of Duty Black Ops 2 ports on PlayStation is getting into lobbies and resetting players' accounts. It's not clear when a fix will be released. Well, that's great. Detonated, what do you have for us? A hacker on Black Ops 2 PlayStation port is bricking player accounts by giving them Prestige 16. Treyarch / Iron Galaxy need to try and stop this as it's ruining player experience for many. Am I wrong for not giving a crap at this point? Am I wrong for not wanting them to fix it now? Because I've said several times at this point that there needs to be improvements to the ports, and every time I make a video suggesting such a thing, I get told in the comments that the games are perfect the way they are. This is just the classic Black Ops experience. Having a game that is virtually unplayable and actually dangerous to play because it may affect your account, that's just the classic Black Ops experience. Why would we ban this guy? We didn't ban people in the past. We didn't ban people for hacking in the old Call of Duty games. There was no anti-cheat. There were no bans that were sent out to practically anyone. Why would we do that now? This is just the classic Black Ops experience. For the sake of the Black Ops port's longevity and playability, things need to be done to them to bring them up to modern standards. And I'm not talking about an FOV slider or 120 hertz. Those are preferences. I think the game would be better for them, but that's not a requirement for them to be playable going forward. But what is a requirement is the game needs to run good. You cannot have the constant lag and desync that these ports have. No, it didn't play like this back in the day. If you think it played like this back in the day, it's because you truly suck at Call of Duty and never got good at it, so you couldn't tell the difference between your bullets desyncing and disappearing into the void and you just missing your shots because that's all you do is miss your shots. I think the one boom said it in a video. I'm gonna steal it, okay? If the games played like this back in the day, the Call of Duty franchise would have been cooked a long time ago. Watching Jev try to quickscope people on the Black Ops 2 port on a 4-bar while everyone else is on a 4-bar, but they're lagging around like they're on a 1-bar is absolutely insane. It did not play like that back in the day. If you say it did, you have not seen videos from back in the day. They had their issues, they sometimes lagged, but they were not nearly this bad. So yeah, connections need to be fixed. The game needs to be stable. If it's not gonna be stable, no one's going to stick around for the long term, except for the people, again, who can't tell the difference. They're holding their controllers backwards. They don't know how video games work, so they're not gonna be able to tell the difference between desync and just sucking at the game. So yes, we need to have better servers, either better netcode or dedicated servers. I don't care how it ends up working out, but something needs to be done to make them run better. Also, an anti-cheat needs to be added to the Black Ops ports. We cannot have people running around resetting people's stats or setting them to Prestige 16 and making the game unplayable. It is now at this point a compromise of your account to play the Black Ops ports. You could very easily load into a lobby, this guy could be there, and you lose everything. This is not hyperbole. If you care about your stats or you care about all the progress you've made in the ports, if you care about anything in regards to this game, playing it right now is a risk. You are risking your account every single time you load into a lobby. Yeah, sure, allegedly it's just one guy. He's the only one out there, but even if he is the only one out there, do you want to be the person who loads in with the guy who's the only one out there who can reset you? Is that a risk worth taking? I don't think it is. I don't think a vast majority of the people who actually genuinely care about the Black Ops ports and playing this like it was back in the day want their stats reset, want their whole accounts reset, want to lose every gun they have, every camo they've earned. No one wants that to happen. So yes, we need an anti-cheat. We need something in the game that can detect these idiots and ban them from playing the game. Yes, Ricochet would be better than having nothing at all. Like, I get people want to sit there and complain about how Ricochet works and whether or not it bans people fast enough, but you know what Ricochet does? It bans people eventually. Even if it takes a few weeks, it still eventually bans people, and I'd argue that's better than not banning people ever. Because there's no anti-cheat within the Black Ops ports. There's nothing there. No one's there to actually do anything, except for if you maybe tweet somebody on the correct day and they see it and they give enough of a crap to do something. Like, that's the only recourse you have. Screenshot, tweet. That's it. And guess what? That's a lot less reliable than an anti-cheat, which is in the game. A report feature that actually you click the button and it sends it to the Ricochet team, and the Ricochet team eventually looks at it and they have the gameplay and everything. They can look over all of the prior games and see what the heck this guy was doing, and then they can take some action and ban him. Those two things need to be done, otherwise the Black Ops ports are cooked. They're done. It's over. They won't last another month because guess what? No one's really gonna wanna risk their accounts. It's just not gonna happen. Eventually people are gonna say, enough people have been reset. I've heard enough horror stories. I'm not gonna boot up into a public match. I might lose everything I've earned. And then no one's playing the ports. Do the boomers get it yet? Are you on board with the idea of a couple of things maybe being added to the ports to make them play better? Or are you gonna stick your head back in the sand, crawl back under your bridge? Just curious, leave your thoughts down below. Anyways, that's gonna do it for today's video. I wanna thank you all for watching. Rate, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all later.